at the Hatch Chilie Roast at LA Ale Works. It is their first annual, and it is one of their more wholesome events. Got nice food, good people, good beer, and you're gonna get a very first account of some really good Hatch Chilie beer, both light and dark.
Cutthroat, big joke, looking for a ray of hope. I was on fire, about to retire. Something came up, they pulled me back in. You think you moved on, but the past is coming back again. Phone call, big fall, pattern doesn't match at all. I was your bird, you had let me escape. I was born to be rich, so I flew far away. You should check out the size of my brand new cage. We've got Schwarzo, we've got Bravo.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Beer Business Bureau. I'm currently at LA Ale Works in Hawthorne, and I'm here for the Hatch Chilie Fest. And I have a taster right here. Just want to give you a little tour of the place. Nice little quaint little place, a warehouse. There's going to be a live band in a few minutes. And currently the brewmaster Kip is on tour right now, giving some much needed attention to the operations of everything that goes on here. So stick around. So can you tell me a little bit about the what's the name of it?
Well, yeah, I guess we just came up with the name today. We're calling it Hatchilocks. It's based on our core beer is called Goldilocks. That's the base beer. And anytime we add anything to Goldilocks, we kind of like, it's like tangerine Goldilocks is Tangilocks. So because we add Hatch chilies to this beer, it's Hatchilocks. Goldilocks is a German-style Kolsch, and it's a great vehicle beer for, first of all, it's a really nice like summer drinking beer just on its own.
Right.
But it's a great vehicle for spices and fruit and all sorts of different things. It's a pretty simple beer. It's been one of the beers that we've sold the most out of. I think Goldilocks is probably our number one seller in terms of like other beers that are not IPAs. But then we also have Space XPA, which is our session IPA that's really popular, and then our double IPA because everybody wants a really high alcohol beer. We wanted to have some Hatch Chilie beer, so we made two beers. We made Hatchilocks, which is Goldilocks with Hatch chilies, and we also made Will Oats, our oatmeal stout on cask with Hatch chilies.
Really?
The Will Oats is quite a bit more spicy, but the Goldilocks is just like subtly spicy, kind of on the back end, but it really smells like Hatch chilies. Got Hatch chilies in the flavor, and then you get a little bit of a burn in the back, but it's not too intense. And we're going to be canning one of our hazy beers, and it's called Meeseeks Juice. I'm a really big fan of Rick and Morty, and I've got kind of everybody here into Rick and Morty. We named our second hazy beer after the character in Rick and Morty, the Mr. Meeseeks. And so it's it's kind of a straight ahead hazy beer, but we use a special yeast for it. It doesn't flock out. We don't add any additional like fruit or flour or anything to it. It's just a yeast that doesn't drop out. If you let it sit for a long time, it turns into a really, really beautiful beer, and it actually retains a lot of the hop flavor. So it's not one of those beers that has like a really short expiration date, but it's still a hazy IPA. So it's still got that like big mouthfeel, that really juice-centric flavor. Lots of pineapple and lots of citrus as well. We have a new beer that we're making that's going to be released probably in 2 weeks, that's called Real Turbulent Juice, and it's also based off of Rick and Morty. It is a hazy beer with some really cool experimental hops and also hibiscus, so it's going to be purple.
So I grew up in New Mexico and lived in a small town in Silver City, which is near Hatch, which is the chili that they're roasting today and the chili that is included in the salsa and hot sauce that we make. I've always had a love of it, and for those people that grew up in New Mexico, there's nothing better as far as taste and smell than Hatch Green Chili roasting, and so it brings out us loyal followers. We have a company that I started with a friend of mine, and she's taken a lot of her history as a cook and created a hot sauce and a salsa that we use with Hatch Green Chili. Kip and the team were willing to put together a Hatch combo of beers that goes perfectly with the New Mexican cuisine, from Sunrise Tortilla and then also our hot sauce and salsa. So It's kind of a little bit of a tribe here today, for sure, New Mexican tribe.
The way I'm rising, when I get this feeling, I need sexual healing, sexual healing, baby, to me.
Okay, so now that I've gotten all the pleasantries out of the way, met Kip, met Andrew, now it's finally time to get into the Hatchilocks. It is, I believe, actually I don't know what ABV it's at, but I'm gonna go ahead and review it now. You can definitely get the Hatch Chilies right off the nose. It's very prominent. The taster I had earlier was a little light, so now that I have a full pour, it's probably gonna be a little more intense. Definitely vibrant, but still very smoky at the same time, which is interesting. Definitely a Kolsch-style beer. Like Kip said, it's a very versatile beer. You can use this with you can use Kolsch-style with a lot of different ingredients, and it's just it's very adaptable. In this particular case, this is a Kolsch with a very heavy back end of chilies. That's usually how chili beers are. However, this is bearable, and it's not bad at all. One of the things to note about the Hatchilocks is that it's one of the only Kolsch's I think I've ever had that doesn't particularly have a very yeasty type of yeasty taste, and I believe he said that they use a different type of yeast for this. So this is actually very bearable. It's great for summertime drinking, even though we're almost in fall now. It's a little hot outside, but yeah, definitely recommend this with any sort of chili dish, rustic dish, any sort of burritos, Mexican food, New Mexican food, of course, since we're at a New Mexican Hatch Chili Festival. But yeah, it's wonderful. I love it. The beer that I just had with Kip, I am certainly feeling the after effects of not eating beforehand, which I forgot to do. So I'm currently getting some food at, I think it's called High Noon. Well, we can't see because there's a bunch of people in the way. Okay, folks, so now it's on to round 2. Willow Oats, I think. Willow Oats Hatch Chili. Willow Oats Hatch Chili Edition. Sorry, I'm so hungry right now I can eat a beer. So one of the things I love about stouts is that in this particular case, chilies work very well with them. And because they're chocolate based, coffee based, they're very dark roasted based, they allow for a better body and a better delivery of any kind of spices, chipotle, chilies of any kind. So I'm already getting that off the nose, chocolate and chocolate and chilies. The only thing I can really compare this to for you guys, for the sake of my channel and the sake of all the stuff I have reviewed, is the Scorpion Imperial Stout. And I have to say that this is wildly different, even though they kind of have the same coffee profile, same kind of chocolate profile. The Hatch chilies make a big difference. I know that the Mortal Kombat X or Scorpion Imperial Stout had southwestern chilies, but they didn't specifically say what kind of chilies, so they could be southwestern any kind of chilies. This is specifically Hatch chilies, and it's very apparent right off the rip. Unlike the Kolsch, the chilies for this beer appear a lot quicker. They don't really wait until get to the back of your throat. They're pretty upfront, and that's also what I like about stouts, is that you can actually get away with that too and still be very flavorful and very good. Willow Oats Hatch Chili Edition, I recommend it. I hope they can this one too, because it's a hit for me. Well folks, that wraps up the first annual Hatch Chilie Roast hosted by LA Ale Works. I had lots of fun, lots of beer, and a whole lot of spice, but everything was nice. And I wasn't trying to rhyme there, not purposefully. Anyway, see you guys later. Cheers.